You know, if we never turn around, no one will ever be able to recognize us.
I think they would. This is all they see of me.
That's why I wore the hat. Well, it's our year.
Never.
Back to the Future
Well, as
couldn't
you
even
know,
save
Not since the goat incident.
As you guys know, I am from Minnesota, so I got a root for my Vikings.
Minnesota don't know.
Oh, the Twins, but they don't play in the same league as the Cubs.
Yeah, I know.
All
Play
right.
with the World Series, and then too bad for you.
Exactly.
Guy had kicked his goat.
All right. Any questions before we get started, team? Okay. Austin, Carly, you're going to be the team captains once we get to the 60-second round? Okay. Just want to make sure we're good to go. Move those scissors away from me because they don't trust me with sharp objects. And we should be ready to rock and roll. So 7 p.m. 2016. All right, let's begin the 7 p.m. Academic Challenge between Lakeshore and Coloma. And we will begin in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Academic Challenge on WSJM. I'm Ray Gustafson, your host and moderator. Today we're featuring teams from Lakeshore and Coloma. WSJM's Academic Challenge features scholastic competition involving high schools from around Southwest Michigan. Academic Challenge sponsored by Berrien Springs Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Public Schools, and the Cook Nuclear Plants. We'll meet our teams. First from Lakeshore, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Austin Seuss. I'm a senior. My last name is a palindrome.
A palindrome.
I'm Zane.
Okay, hang on, Zane. Tell me. Okay, explain.
A palindrome is a word or phrase that is the same backwards as forward. Examples are like taco cat, mom, dad, race car.
Okay, all right.
I thought it had something to do with Greek mythology.
Is that one of our questions? What is a palindrome? Okay. All right, next.
I'm Zane. I'm a senior. If you exclude the area code of my phone number, it is also palindrome.
I like it. And we're not going to announce your phone number over the air.
Right.
No.
Sure, it's resembling of a palindrome.
Then all the ladies will be calling you. Okay. Next up, nice and close to those mics, please.
Okay. I am Ryan, and I am a freshman, and I am boring.
And you're boring.
That's all you need to know.
Well, so is a minor.
All right.
My name is Quinn. I'm a freshman, and I don't know. I like to read.
You like to read?
Hey,
Nothing wrong with that.
it's a
All right.
great pastime.
We'll move over to Coloma. Introduce yourself. What grade you're in, and something interesting about yourself.
I'm Carly. I'm a senior, and I can play an ocarina.
And a what? I can dance the Macarena.
I'm nowhere with this one. No.
All right. Next up.
I'm Becca. I'm a senior. My last name is not a palindrome.
There you go. Welcome, Becca.
I'm Spencer. I'm a sophomore, and I play the bassoon for band.
Very cool. That'd be a little bit big for him to bring that in and play for us. Wouldn't it? Yeah, I
that
think
would
so.
be a little.
And I'm Caleb. I play the trombone for band, and I'm a sophomore.
Welcome. So, any newbies here tonight? Anybody who's never been on the Academic Challenge? I think I see all familiar faces around the tables, so I think we're good. Bill, introduce yourself and tell us something interesting about you.
Well, my name is Bill Klein, and something interesting is I am very active with our local community theater, the Twin City Players. And if you really want some good entertainment, come on out starting February 22nd and see our next production of Laughing Stock, a wonderful comedy with some of the best actors in this community on that stage.
Are you in it?
Yes.
Are you the subject matter?
No, I play Richfield Huxley, an elderly gentleman who is called a toothless old lion.
And you use that accent for the...
only in one of the characters,
Okay.
because we're doing 3 plays within the play.
And when does it start again, Bill?
February 26th, I believe we open.
And let's put a shameless plug. How can we get tickets?
429-0400.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, here are some basic rules for the Academic Challenge. During the first and second halves, we'll announce the point value of each question before it's asked. When you press your button, please wait for me to recognize you before you answer. No consultation allowed except during the 60-second round at halftime there. Again, I'm Ray Gustafson, your scorekeeper and judge, and there's nothing interesting about me to say.
From Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And, of course, as you already heard, Bill Klein will be asking our questions. Bill, are you ready to go?
I am ready.
Teams, I need enthusiasm. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Let's begin the academic challenge. We'll put some time on our clock, 10 seconds. And I'll start my timer, and we are ready to go with that first question. Get your buzzers ready.
And you might want to get your pencils and or pen ready for 5 points. Maybe real men don't eat quiche, but let's see if you can spell quiche.
We have Carly from Coloma.
Quiche.
That is correct for 5 points. For 5 points, what story by the Italian Colladi has its subtitle, The Story of a Puppet?
We have Zane from Lakeshore.
Pinocchio.
That is correct for 5 points. For 15 points, be prepared is the motto of the Boy Scouts. What's the motto of the Cub Scouts?
What's the matter with you? I had to. I had to. Zane is over there going, what did I get myself into?
Oh my gosh. Do your best. Multiple choice question for 5 points. Which noise can be most damaging to the human ear? An alarm clock, a vacuum cleaner, a baby screaming, or a Baptist sermon? I hope we have no Baptists here.
Austin from Lakeshore.
A baby screaming.
That is correct for 5 points, or a Ohio State cheer. That can be annoying also.
Yes.
For 10 points. What is the Taj Mahal made of?
Spencer, Coloma.
Marble.
That is correct for 10 points. For 10 points, the world leader in the production of photographic, optical, and scientific instruments is what city in New York?
Carly, Coloma.
New York City.
Incorrect.
Lakeshore, anybody? Remember, you don't lose points if you answer incorrectly.
Buffalo.
So we have Quinn from Lakeshore. That's okay.
Me.
Oh, Ryan, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Buffalo.
Incorrect. It's Rochester. For 15 points, what major world religion has no clergy or institutions and may be described as a religious philosophy and code of social behavior?
Ryan, Lakeshore.
Confucianism.
That is correct for 15 points. For 20 points, in what German city did Johann Sebastian Bach serve as church music director from 1723 until his death in 1750? Leipzig. For 5 points, what are you credited with in baseball if you throw the baseball to a teammate who puts out a runner?
Carly, Coloma.
Assist.
That's correct for 5 points. For 20 points, which American governor was the father of 56 children?
Wow.
When did he ever have time to do anything?
Yeah, exactly. I have 6 kids, but wow. Time's up.
Brigham Young, the governor of Desiree, later known as Utah. For 5 points, what city did British forces under the command of General Robert Ross and Admiral George Cockburn burn on August 24th, 1814?
Ryan from Lakeshore.
Washington, D.C.
That is correct for 5 points. For 20 points, what are much more likely to be made let me start that again. For 20 points, what are much more likely to be male west of the Mississippi, but female east of the Mississippi? Name the animal.
Carly, Coloma.
Deer.
Incorrect.
Lakeshore, 5 seconds. Quinn from Lakeshore.
Humans.
I'm sorry?
Humans.
Incorrect. That's cattle. Out west, it's steer, produced for meat, and east, it's dairy herds, which are all female. For 15 points, in what form of government is the head of the government a member of and selected by the legislative body?
Zane, Lakeshore.
Constitutional monarchy.
Incorrect.
Coloma, 5 seconds. Anybody? Carly from Coloma.
Parliament?
That's correct for 15 points. For 10 points, what feature of men's pants was first designed to hold cigar ashes?
Ryan from Lakeshore.
Pockets.
Incorrect. Cuffs.
Cuffs.
Can't imagine doing that. But for 10 points, what phrase from physics means an abrupt, sizable step forward, especially because of new information or technology?
Quinn from Lakeshore.
Leap.
More specific.
Bound.
Incorrect.
Spencer, Coloma.
Quantum leap.
That is correct for 10 points. For 5 points, in acting, gestures are sometimes as important as words. What name is given to acting without words?
Austin from Lakeshore.
A dumb play.
Incorrect.
Coloma, anybody? Caleb from Coloma.
Charade.
Incorrect. It's pantomime. For 10 points, astronaut Eugene Cernan says walking on the moon was an overwhelming experience. He saw so much logic and purpose in the universe that he became convinced of what?
Austin from Lakeshore.
Aliens?
Incorrect.
Aliens. Good. Right on the bell, Carly from Coloma. Say it one more time.
God?
That is correct for 10 points.
Got him right on the bell.
For 20 points, perhaps no picture in American history has captured the imagination of succeeding generations as has the indomitable Spirit of 76, painted by an Ohioan. Can you identify the artist? We've all seen it. Archibald Willard. For 10 points, although it has been thought of as a poor man's silver, it is now highly prized for itself. The highest grade contains a large proportion of tin and a small amount of copper. The low-grade variety is sometimes called black metal and is almost always half lead. Name this alloy of tin often used for tableware such as mugs.
Zane from Lakeshore.
Stainless steel.
Incorrect.
Coloma, I'll give you 5 seconds. Anybody? Carly from Coloma.
Sterling?
Incorrect. It's pewter.
Under a minute left.
For 5 points, what's the closest planet to you right now?
Ryan from Lakeshore.
Earth.
That is correct for 5 points. For 5 points, the primary cause of hay fever is the pollen of the genus Ambrosia. Identify the popular name of the annoying plant that produces that irritant.
Carly from Coloma.
Dandelion?
Incorrect.
Lakeshore. Zane, Lakeshore.
Grass.
Incorrect. Ragweed.
Well, all right. Well, that's the end of the first half of today's academic challenge. We'll be back with the score in the 62nd round after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
Role model to children, both black and white. Wow. Way to show your cards, Charlotte. Oh, he's a role model to black and white children. Well, what? No Samoans, Asians, and Puerto Ricans? They're not down with Cam? Damn on them folks. Damn on them folks. Damn on them folks. White kids like him too? He's that amazing? Charlotte, you got to get involved today. We can't have Richmond, Virginia holding up the whole eastern seaboard. Cincinnati's going to be rugged today because Brad Williams is coming to you to do stand-up comedy. Cam isn't a role model because he's not married. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people out there with children that are not married, that are exceptional parents. I know nothing. You know what I know about Cam Newton? Cam Newton, I know this soundbite. This is what I know about Cam. Johnny, you have the long one? This is what I know about Cam Newton.
I just want to know. I just want to keep that in.
Okay. Carly, your team ready? You got. Okay.
Okay.
Austin, your team ready?
Yeah.
Okay, got your all right. Let's begin the 60-second round on, and we'll do that in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Academic Challenge on WSJM. At the end of the first half, the score, Lakeshore 20, Coloma 70. Now on to the 60-second round. Teams, you have 3 categories to choose from. We'll give you 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Each one of those questions worth 10 points. There will be a 20-point bonus if you can answer all 10 questions within that 60 seconds. You are encouraged to consult with one another at this point, but the answers need to come from the team captains. After that minute is up, the opposing team will have a chance to answer any questions the first team could not answer and steal some points away. So Lakeshore, you are trailing at the moment. So you have the first choice of these 3 categories, which are, for Pete's sake, U.S. history, and kangaroo words. What is your choice, Austin?
U.S. history, please.
U.S. history it is. We will put 60 seconds on our timer. And that 60 seconds, is there not a setup for this one?
No.
So the 60 seconds will begin as soon as he's done reading that first question. Remember, the answers need to come from the team captain.
This American colonial governor had only one leg.
Pass.
What interrupted Paul Revere's famous ride?
Oh, he's touched by the British.
Captured by the British.
Correct. The Democratic Party traces its history back to 1787, when who founded it?
Jackson, President. That was
Andrew Jackson.
Incorrect. In what war did the USS Constitution meet the HMS Guerriere?
Pass.
Name the Confederate general who was accidentally killed by his own men.
Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson.
Correct. After her husband was murdered, which first lady was judged insane by a court and attempted suicide?
Pass.
What period of American history do carpetbaggers remind us of?
Civil War.
Incorrect. What Captain Charles E. Yeager did what in the Bell X-1 in 1947?
Speak up. You can just speak up. Sound barrier?
Broke the sound barrier.
That's correct. Who?
And there's our time. So 3 correct. 3. So Lakeshore, you picked up 30 points. Yep. You're allowed to talk during the 60-second round. So Coloma, that means there are 7 unanswered questions. You could pick up 70 points if you answer all of them correctly. We'll put 60 seconds back on that timer. And Carly, you and your team ready to go? All right. 60 seconds back on the timer. That 60 seconds will start as soon as Bill reads that first question. Here we go.
This American colonial governor had only one leg.
Pass.
Well, you can't really pass.
So take a guess.
William Franklin.
Just say something.
Peter Stuyvesant. The Democratic Party traces its history back to 1787, when who founded it?
George Washington.
Thomas Jefferson. In what war did the USS Constitution meet the HMS Guerriere?
1812.
That's correct. After her husband was murdered, which first lady was judged insane by a court and attempted suicide?
Jackie Kennedy.
Incorrect.
That is?
It's Mary Todd Lincoln.
Okay.
What period of American history do carpetbaggers remind us of?
Reconstruction.
Reconstruction.
Correct. Captain Charles E. Oh, you got that one. Who won the California Democratic presidential primary in 1968?
Think of a president.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Incorrect.
So we got
Robert
two.
Kennedy.
Two correct. So Coloma picked up 20 points. All right. So now we'll switch sides, so to speak, here, and give Coloma a chance to answer 10 questions in the 60-second round. The remaining questions in that category would be "For Pete's Sake" or "Kangaroo Words." Carly, what do you think?
Kangaroo words.
Kangaroo words it is. This ought to be fun. And there is a little bit of a setup for this one.
Yes, there is.
So, all right, listen up. Here we go. So,
Okay, a kangaroo word carries within its spelling, in normal order, a smaller word which is a synonym for itself. For example, indolent contains idle. Find the synonyms hidden in these words.
Okay, so 60 seconds on the timer. As soon as Bill says the word, the 60 seconds will start. Here we go.
Devilish.
Evil.
Correct. Reverenced.
Reverend.
Correct. Feasts.
Eat.
What?
Eats.
Correct. Skillfulness.
Full.
Incorrect. Facets.
Sets.
Incorrect. Assured.
Sure.
Correct. Amicable.
Pass.
Lineage.
Line.
Correct. Exhilaration.
Pass.
Whimsies.
When.
Correct.
Okay,
Amicable.
try that one. That's one you passed on. You still got time. No? All right. So we got six. Six correct. So Coloma picked up 60 points on that one. So Lakeshore, that means there are 4 unanswered questions. And I don't even think we'll need the 60 seconds, but we'll put that back on the clock anyway. Austin, you and your team ready?
I'm going
Okay.
to do the intro again.
He's going to do the setup real quick. Lakeshore, listen up real quick here. Okay.
A kangaroo word carries within its spelling, in normal order, a smaller word which is a synonym for itself. For example, indolent contains idle. Find the synonyms hidden in these words.
Okay, 60 seconds. I don't think we'll need it, but we'll put it on there anyway.
Skillfulness.
Skill.
Correct. Facets.
Faces.
Correct. Amicable.
Able.
Incorrect. It's amiable. Exhilaration.
Exhale.
I love how they're talking it out. That's good. They've got time.
Maybe don't start that. You don't.
Okay, we are using a lot of time. So
Pass.
That's the only one left.
That's the last one.
What?
Until the bell.
No, it's not in it.
It's in here.
No, you can't use them.
Well, no, it's in here. It's in the correct word order. Exhilaration. Here. Define exhilaration. Start spitballing. Exhilaration. What's that? Excitement.
Yeah.
Excite.
Time is up.
You almost got there. Elation.
So we picked up 2?
2.
So we got 2, so you picked up 20 points on that one. So, all right. So that ends, I guess,
That was the weirdest one I've ever done.
our 60-second round. We'll check the scores and conclude the game next here on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
You're at the brand new Liberty Funny Bone. This is a very fancy word for just outside of Cincinnati.
Yes. Grand opening the same weekend as the Cincinnati Bengals having a playoff game. Timing.
You know what? Counter programming. Get
That's
a lot of soccer moms. Go see
Yeah.
Brad Williams.
Yeah.
He'll fill you up. Yeah, he likes it raw.
All right, my friend.
Is there a funny bone in Cincinnati? Let me read that again. That's Brad with somebody's wife trying to buy merch. You want a T-shirt? I got a better idea.
Green room.
Isn't there a Funny Bone in Cincinnati?
It's just south of Cincinnati
That's Kentucky.
in Newport, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
So they don't have it like a so they're surrounded by Funny Bones.
All right, everybody in Cincinnati, you know.
How many people watching? on
That's
YouTube
true.
Yeah,
hear what
there
we're
is
doing
those trick
right
questions,
now?
yeah. They use
Little Joey,
it's like,
It must be. That's the first time I'd ever heard of that. Sort
I
of.
was, I would say honors. Yeah. Closest to you right now, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, you're good call that. We were down wrong.
Carly, you got a
Closest to meeting, I'm just like, wait.
Oh, koala bears don't want to kill you.
No, but the stuff they eat is highly poisonous. You can look at this.
Okay,
These
so
are
there's
highly poisonous. And
One inside the other.
when they're born, they can't even digest them themselves.
let's see. Let me get a couple of table
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's not a fun time, but the mother has to eat it, then have it go through its entire digestive system, and then the young has to eat that before they can deal with the
Wow.
poison.
Oh, wow.
That's disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
He's got one. Okay, he's good. He's good. Yep. The Sharpie's coming down.
No, that's it. He has this bunch of sounds.
It's a sound-based alphabet. Yeah. It's more of a cipher. It's an alphabet that doesn't have a dictionary, if you want to think about it that way. So you can't call it a language, it's an alphabet.
Change those two.
So in that case, it acts more as a
So
cipher.
that would be number 6 and number 5 and number 7. 5 and 7. So we'll switch out 5.
Right. It's
Which is a letter.
Which is well, technically yes.
Yes, that is what a letter is.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
kind of like how
good.
the Greek alphabet is. Greek alphabet
Thank you.
is based on sound. That's why you don't.
We
have
should
a
probably have
C or
name
X
tags
in
for
it.
us, shouldn't we?
No.
Q for that, right?
Unless we wear them on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a K sound.
It makes a cute use.
KW. What?
When I come back, Jared and Ben, I'll have you introduce yourselves as coming in as a sub. Okay. Are we still rolling? We're good. All right, let's begin the second half, and we'll wrap this thing up. So, second half of the academic challenge coming up in 3, 2, 1. And we're back on the academic challenge here on WSJM. The score at the end of the 62nd round is Lakeshore at 70 and Coloma 150. It's now time to find out what's happening at each of our participating schools. That's a tongue twister to say.
It's a kangaroo word.
It is a kangaroo word. Let's see, participating. So what would be the word in the middle of that one?
Participate.
Well, no, because there's no E in there, so that wouldn't work. Anyway, we'll head over to Lakeshore. Austin, tell us all the great things going on at Lakeshore.
Hello, greetings from Lakeshore. Both of our basketball teams are undefeated. The girls with an impressive score of 6-0 and the boys with an impressive 5-0. Wrestling season is starting up once again, headed by Bruce Bittenbender, one of the winningest coaches in Michigan history, and rehearsals are underway for a January musical, Bye Bye Birdie. Performances are the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. More information is available on the school website.
And I think I asked this the first time around. Anybody anybody in the play?
Zane.
Zane is in the
Zane
play.
is in there.
And what's your character or role or
I'm part of the chorus.
part of
He's
the chorus?
That's the most fun.
That is the
That's
that
a
is
great
the fun,
show.
so.
And Max over there, who was in the
Yeah, Max was in
he's-
the first round.
He's in the
earlier.
band.
He's in the band. Yeah.
One of the most important things to have in a musical.
Yeah. You think? It's a good time for
It works
You
so
know,
much better.
acapella?
Yeah.
Well, you can, but it's just not the same.
All right, over to Coloma. Carly, I see you've got a full page of great things going on at Coloma.
It's about a half page over here. Over at Coloma, just getting back from winter break and doing great. Our bowling and basketball teams are doing very well, winning many of their games, along with more coming this week. Bowling has a game this Wednesday, and varsity boys and girls have basketball has a home game this Friday. Our award-winning robotics team will be starting activities on the 9th, and we can't wait to see how they do throughout the year. Our choir will soon be going to the Southwest Michigan Music Festival, and our high school marching band will be going to Disney World in 35 days.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice time to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Our winter dance is also coming up soon, and as well as the trip to Fine Arts Festival for all the fine arts areas.
There you go.
Right. We'd like to thank you guys for having us today, and to thank our sponsors like Michigan College, Lakeshore Lancers, Berrien Springs Public Schools, Cook Nuclear Plant, Indiana Michigan Power, and of course WSJM.
And thank you. So, anybody on the team play sports? So when you raise your hand, we can't see you. We're listening on the radio. So Ben, what do you play?
Bowling.
Bowling?
Yep.
Very cool. Anybody on the robotics team? You mentioned that in there. Spencer?
Spencer.
And,
I am.
And as well, yeah. So very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's got a good team.
Yeah, I love sports too, but I love robotics. Those are really cool to see what's going on. All right, I think we're ready to go with the second half. Are we ready to go?
I think we're ready to go. We got some really
he rolled out the
strange
tough
questions here.
Yeah, he rolled out the tough questions for the second half here. So,
yeah.
Carly,
I couldn't resist that one.
Your team ready, Carly? All right, Carly from Coloma's team is ready to go. Austin, your team ready from Lakeshore?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I need some more enthusiasm on this one, but we'll be good to go. Let's see, we've got a new timekeeper.
Did you
No, I didn't introduce
the
the new people yet
new
either.
folks yet?
That's what I was just going to do. I was going to do introductions. We have a new person running sound for us tonight. You'll have to speak up nice and loud, really quick, so we can hear you. Michaela's running sound, and if you're watching on YouTube, she's kind of cut off. She's kind of over on the right side. You can't really see her.
It's too bad because she's much better looking than we are.
Exactly. That's why I positioned the camera this way. And we do have some substitutions on Coloma. So introduce yourself. I know you've been here before, but let's let everybody know who you are and a little something interesting about yourself.
Jared Evans. I'm a senior, and I'm currently practicing Spanish and Japanese.
Ooh, very cool. Welcome, and welcome back.
I'm Ben. I'm a junior.
I thought he was going to stop right there. I'm Ben.
I'm Ben.
I'm Ben. I'm a junior.
And you already said you already said about bowling. What else you like to do?
I don't know. I play clarinet in the band.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Welcome to the Academic Challenge. So glad welcome back, and away we go. So, all right, if you're ready, teams, Bill, you're ready to go. Let's begin the second half.
For 15 points, these eels are among the largest, sometimes growing up to 10 feet. They are voracious and will attack anything. What are they called?
Zane, Lakeshore.
Moray eels.
That's correct for 15 points. For 5 points, what are the only 2 months that Easter occurs in?
Spencer, Coloma.
March and April.
That's correct for 5 points. For 20 points, who set fire at Manderley in the novel by Daphne du Maurier?
It's not a kangaroo word, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
It's Mrs. Danvers, whoever she is. For 5 points, Sir Walter Raleigh, Queen Elizabeth, Mary Queen of Scots, Ben Jonson, Cardinal Wolsey, and John Donne are among the people whom various scholars have suggested may have written the plays commonly attributed to what author?
Spencer, Coloma.
William Shakespeare.
That is correct for 5 points. For 20 points, he lived from 1750 to 1825. His position as absolute leader of the Viennese musical life was never seriously threatened, in spite of the fact that Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, and Schubert were all active there during his lifetime. Name this court composer.
You thought he was kidding when he said he was bringing the tough questions for the second half, huh?
Antonio Salieri. For 15 points, where would you expect to see a lot of labels reading Decente, North Face, and Obermeyer?
Zane, Lakeshore.
Decente.
Incorrect.
Coloma, anybody?
At ski resorts. The big ski manufacturer.
Okay.
For 20 points, According to Scientific American, physicists have identified only 3 families of fundamental subatomic particles found in the universe. Electron is one. Name either of the others.
Carly, Coloma.
Proton.
Incorrect.
Austin from Lakeshore.
Quarks.
Incorrect. It's muon and tau family. A math question.
Get your pencils ready.
For 15 points. What is 2 to the 10th power?
I won't even ask you to repeat that one. That's pretty easy. 2 to the 10th power. Yeah, I said
2 to the 10.
Steve Weatherford, punter for the Giants. I'm Tom Coughlin. He's the finest man I ever met. Eli Manning.
Oh.
Hang on just a second. Anybody think they got it before you give it out? I know the bell's over, but anybody want to take a quick guess? Nobody?
Yep.
Zane? Well, time's up, so I won't let you buzz in, Zane. But yeah,
It's 10:24.
That's correct.
Correct, yeah. If you'd had just a couple more seconds, you'd have got that one. So, all right, next question.
10 points. The first line of this novel is well known. Can you name the title and the author from its not-so-famous second line? Quote, some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I'd sail around a little to see the watery part of the world. End quote.
Zane, Lakeshore.
Moby Dick.
It's the title and author.
Oh, Moby Dick by Herman Melville.
That's correct for 10 points.
Nice job.
For 5 points. What part of a car's engine ignites the gasoline?
Austin from Lakeshore.
Spark plugs.
That's correct for 5 points. You might want to get your pencils out for this one. For 20 points.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
Place these 5 American battles in chronological order.
He's going to say them all, and then I'll have him repeat them one more time.
Earliest to latest. The Alamo, New Orleans, Veracruz, Gettysburg, Santiago.
Say them one more time.
Earliest to latest. The Alamo, New Orleans, Veracruz, Gettysburg, Santiago.
Oh, good. All right, Spencer from Coloma.
The Alamo. Oh, I forgot the name of the second one.
No? All right. Anybody from Lakeshore want to try it? 5 seconds. Right in. Quinn, Lakeshore.
The Alamo, Veracruz, Santiago, New Orleans, and Gettysburg.
Incorrect. New Orleans was the first one, 1814.
Okay.
The Alamo in 1836. Veracruz in 1857, I think it was. Gettysburg, 1863. And Santiago in 1889.
All right. Moving
that wasn't
on.
Part of the answer, but that was,
So you took a guess.
I
Was
took a
that
guess.
personal
No,
experience?
I knew
no?
this.
Okay.
About history. Me and Max, we like history.
There you go.
For 5 points. In a Gallup poll of the most disliked household task, which job ranks number 1? Most disliked.
Carly from Coloma.
Cleaning the bathroom.
Incorrect.
Lakeshore. Yeah. Austin, Lakeshore.
Cleaning the dishes.
That's correct. I would have guessed the bathroom. Cleaning dishes.
I can't get I can't get my kids to unload the dishwasher. You know.
For 10 points, psychologist Joyce Brothers used her appearance on what TV quiz show as a springboard to fame?
Wasn't she better known as Dr. Joyce Brothers, I
Yes,
believe? Yeah.
she was.
Yeah. Zane from Lakeshore.
Jeopardy.
Incorrect.
Coloma. Anybody?
I don't think any of these folks were alive when this was on TV.
Is it
the $64,000 question?
That's what I was going to say. I'm old enough to remember that one. YouTube it. You'll be able to find it.
For 20 points, what superlative does Timbuktu, a city in Mali, claim? It's the hottest city in the world, 84.7 degree average.
Every time we got lost when we were driving as a kid, my dad would always, I'd say, "Where are we?" And he'd say, "Timbuktu."
Well, I always thought Rio was the hottest city, but maybe that's for a different reason. For 5 points.
Yeah.
What? We're not going to go there.
No.
For 5 points, what four-letter suffix has come to mean scandal since 1974?
We have Jared from Coloma.
Gate.
That is correct for 5 points. For 10 points, what game has players pushing black and red discs along the ground between two triangles?
Zane from Lakeshore.
Shuffleboard.
That is correct for 10 points, and why do you know that?
For 10 points.
It's a seniors game.
Well, you know what, Bill? That does it. That's the end. That's the end of today's academic challenge. We'll tabulate the scores and announce the winners after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
It's too bad.
So with that, Michigan Lutheran 5-0 in the season. They are perfect 3-0 in the BCS White. In the BCS Red Division, it is Buchanan at 4-1 on the season overall. 0-1 in conference play, in division play in the BCS Red. Brandywine leading that division 3-1 overall and 2-0 in the division. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have a chance to hear from Michigan.
Let's do the wrap-up real quick. Hang on just a second, guys. Hold on just a second, guys. Hang on. Let me do the wrap-up real quick here and make sure we congratulate the team and cheer and hoot and holler. All right, here we go with the wrap-up in 3, 2, 1. We're back on WSJM's Academic Challenge to announce today's winner. Thank our sponsors. The winners by a score, 165 to 115, the team from Coloma. Congratulations, Coloma, and congratulations to both teams.
Both teams did a good job.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on the Academic Challenge, brought to you by Lakeshore Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Berrien Springs Public Schools, and the Cook Nuclear Plant. Join us again next week at the same time as South Haven and St. Joseph go head-to-head on Academic Challenge.
Happy New Year to everybody.
You don't need to miss out. I'm Dr. Glenn Hastings, and I work with people that have symptoms like yours: achy legs, tired legs.